taking control, making sure you like maintain your power, don't give your power away to anybody. That I feel like is the key to like truly being happy.
Hey, bro, you better get ready to buckle up because this shit don't get no easier, bro. Once you think the grind gets easier, come on, bro, you silly, man. This grind's only for the strong ones, bro. And if you weak, I suggest you go ahead and leave. It's tough, but it's true. Be safe.
Until you figure it out, find you a hustle, make your money, and like you gotta have something figured out. Like you gotta have a goal. And you just gotta work towards. You gotta manifest. So like it's a whole lot of power on your tongue, and you just gotta speak it into existence and work.
You gotta be cool not ever being recognized. You gotta be comfortable with that and not feel a way about it as long as we get into the check. I think you just got to know what you stand for and know what you represent, know what's true to you. Because you can't please everybody. You can't be.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Creative. Go ahead, say it with me. We are back at it again to do what? To create something great. Now, today I'm super excited what I have planned for y'all. We're going to be developing SONA, and SONA is the Smart Option News Analyst. So think about whenever you're watching CNBC or Bloomberg or any of these channels that you get your financial data from or your financial news from, right? But to be able to make it ingestible so we can understand real time what the market is doing. Here at Creative Coder, our aim is to be able to create different algo trading bots, AI agents, and machine learning. And I've been doing this for just under about 8 months now, and I've been streaming with y'all for about, I want to say 8 weeks. And today we're going to be doing more so on the AI side. There's going to be a little bit of financial data here, but not necessarily too much. It's primarily going to be focused on AI. If I haven't said it already, and I think at some point I think I'm going to stop saying Happy New Year's, but I'm just going to say it again. Happy New Year's. I hope this new year is giving you everything that you deserve and some, right? So I'm excited what I have planned for y'all. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to be using Claude Code in order to get through some of our data and also ChatGPT in order to lay down some of the foundation as well. So again, what we're going to be building in SONA, and SONA is an AI-powered market intelligence terminal that combines multi-agent analysis, right? So the agents that we're going to be using is either from OpenAI, and those agents could be ChatGPT, right? Either the 4.1, excuse me, O1 mini model, or the 5.0 nano model. Also probably going to bring it in Gronk, right? Gronk has I think Llama. I have these weird names, bro. Llama Fast. We're also going to be bringing in Google Gemini. Reason being so is because I'm going to be bringing in their Flash 2.5, larger context window. All right, just make these different colors so it can just pop out a bit. Yeah. Nope, that doesn't work. Does that help? Okay, you can see purple. All right. In addition to that, we're also going to be bringing in Claude Anthropics, Claude Sonnet 4.5, and also Haiku 4.5. Real-time market data. We're going to be bringing in. Now, I'm really excited about this because I just found out. I didn't just find out about them. Like, I just circled back to be able to using. So for real-time data, we're using TOS, which is Thinkorswim. And we're going to be using them for stock or option data. Backup, I'm also going to be bringing in Alpaca and Tradier. Backup for stock and option data. In addition to that, I'm going to be bringing in FMP. If you haven't heard of them yet, the reason, and again, I'm not sponsored by them. This is just game recognizing game. When I receive something that has that brings a good value, I want to be able to bring it to y'all so y'all can see what I'm using, and being able to see like how you can be able to use it for yourself. But FMP, which is a financial financial. Ooh, that is so sad. Hold on, financial something platform. Financial modeling prep. Financial modeling prep. Oh, it says it right there. I'm sorry. Again, still new. So the reason I like using them is because they give you comprehensive data for what we're going to be using. Now, I can use them for real time, and I want to be using the. Let me just. Oh, that's excessive. Y'all should be able to see that, no problem. I want to be using their starter plan. The reason I want to be using their starter plan is because we get 5 years of data. And the reason I like this data is because you get a lot of information from them, right? So we're going to be bringing in the company information, stock directory, company search, right? Financial statements, DCF, SEC filing, and you're going to be seeing some cool things we're going to be doing with the SEC filing and also fundraising. This market data, I'm not going to rely on them so much, is because again, for the package that I'm getting, it doesn't really make sense for us to be able to use them. We can, but you're going to see how I'm going to use them for market data, and also being able to use them for the financial information, right? Whether it comes from a different analyst, being able to understand their earnings and dividends and splits that comes from different companies, and you're going to see how we're going to encompass this all. And one thing I also wanted to highlight is the Senate trades. Right, so you're going to see how we're going to be bringing in Senate trades. So everybody's talking about Pelosi trades, right? Things of that sort. So I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to be using FMP, which is financial modeling prep, in order to do that. A lot of great data we're going to be going over here. So super excited to be able to bring that in. So FMP, we're going to be using that for financial. Can I spell? Financial data. Also, news, Senate, etc. All right, beautiful. All right, beautiful. We also need to be bringing in news. That's what's up, Pascal. Welcome. I really do appreciate you. Never used them. So I'm going to be going through their API and how I'm going to be using them. Again, I don't recommend using them for options. I mean, they're very good with regards to being able to use them for like stock data, but for options, I use Theta Data. This is who I use, and I'm not sponsored by any of them. But for this is who I use for option data, right? I get a lot of great value from them, and they're a lot better than, because most people like to use Polygon, and Polygon is massive now. I don't like to use them is because every time you figure out, okay, even if it's for options, and I wish there was just one company that you could bring this all together and it's all affordable, but we'll get there. But nonetheless, I used to use Polygon, but it just got ridiculous. Now I'm using Theta Data consistently. The quality of data is a chef's kiss, right? So that's why I really love using them. And I'm just bringing in FMP. Reason being so is because they're a lot more comprehensive with regards to the data you can get when it comes to being able to understand the market in a snapshot, right? Because sometimes when it comes to like looking at even like CNBC is cool, but sometimes it can be like, okay, what the hell are you talking about? right? So I want to create an AI called SONA that can make it digestible so we can, all right, if I'm looking at the market right now, it can tell me, all right, this is the bullish sentiment, this is the bearish sentiment, this is what the congressional leaders are doing, this is what inside trader information is doing. So I'm going to be like thoroughly breaking this down because there's a lot of great information we can get just paying $19 a month, right? Again, I'm not sponsored by any of them. But I think game recognizes game, right? If I'm getting fed, if I'm getting great information by them, why not share it? So I'm going to go over this as well. So definitely stick around. But welcome, Pascal. Happy New Year to you. And I appreciate you being around. So for news, we're going to be using. Oh, yeah. You have to have a few. Okay. I have an unfinished. Yeah. I used to do Solana a lot. And FX that is cool. Okay. I'll check them out. That's what's up. How long have you been building your Solana? I want to say bot at this point or data source, and how's that been going? News, we're going to be using RSS feeds. I'm also going to be using Alpaca News. In addition to that, we're going to be maybe using FMP, like maybe. Oh yeah, Rapid API, but like I would just go like yes, I use Rapid API as well. There's a lot of great stuff that you can get from them. But it's like eBay, if I can say that, or like Walmart. It's a marketplace for you to be able to get like different providers. Some of them are extremely good. They just sometimes don't keep up with it. It's like, dog, I wish you just could keep up with it because this is fantastic. Then there's others like, why did I give you my money? Right. So Rapid API, I definitely do love them. I would recommend that for anybody who wants to use it. It's a marketplace where you can find. Matter of fact, let me, instead of just talking about it, let me show you real quick. I told you I use Rapid API quite a lot. A marketplace where you can find APIs, right, and different kind of APIs. So let's say if you want something for option data, I wouldn't recommend it. Just go pay for it because let's say something super simple like economic news. Just say news. It's supposed to see. Then let me just search something super simple. Let's click on jobs. And then here are different providers that you can look on to be able to use their API. Instead of having to go to the website, you can build a little simple system in order to, all right, what are they offering? Right? All right, this is 25 a month. That's what I'm saying. Then 1,000. I don't think that's, yeah, for $6 though. In order to get what you really want, it's probably going to need this. But nonetheless, this is Rapid API. It's not bad. It's just a marketplace in order for you to get different API platforms. Yeah, not bad at all. What else? Real-time data, and we're also going to be. I didn't talk about it yet. Agents will have RAG elements. RAG elements, and I'm going to explain that. RAG means retrieval augment generation. It's basically a database that the agents could be able to refer to so they're not hallucinating, right? So I'm going to be adding RAG elements to the agents. Okay, what I'm talking about. All right, bet. So here's the real-time data. Let's make you green. Yes, you can see that. And for news sentiment, now this is going to be cool. We're going to be bringing in I'm going to say baby machine learning, right? And this is going to be a classification model. And what is the difference? The main type of models that we're going to be talking about here, can I spell? Classification. I'd still not spell right. Okay. Classification. Okay, y'all get classification model. This type of model is a qualitative model. So what do I mean? It answers questions like, all right, can the market go up? Oh, excuse me. Will the market go up tomorrow? Yes or no? Right. Should I increase the position in my portfolio based on the market? Yes or no? Oh, that's what's up. Oh, that is what's up. What framework do you like when it comes to AI? Like, do you like to use a LangChain? Do you like to use Crew AI? Do you like to use that's also Llama Index? And again, I want to get your opinion on this, and I'm definitely going to lean on you a lot because that's the route that I wanted to go down, was becoming a AI agent. Excuse me, AI agent. That would have been funny. A AI software engineer where I'm just building AI agents all the day, right? But now with I have somebody that's actually an AI data scientist, I'm definitely going to be leaning on you to be able to just help me a lot because I've only been doing this for about 6 months, right? 6, 7 months, with regards to being able to like put all this together. But somebody who's been doing this for years and years, if you see anything I'm doing wrong, if you want to point out anything we could do a little bit quicker, let me know. But with regards to the framework, which framework do you see yourself using a lot? Is it LangChain, Crew AI, Llama Index, or you just use custom? Because I want to get your take on that, because that's one thing I've been having a problem with. Classification. So we're going to be having a, like I want to say, super simple classification model that does. I can help you with depending how complicated it is. Gemini, I mean, it's good. The reason I like to use Gemini is because the large context window, right? It gives me 2 million tokens, right? And that's going to matter for the amount of financial data that we're going to be bringing in. I mean, they're just doing nothing of quality. You're just summarizing and you're citing and you're using a RAG database, right? Excuse me, in order to do its work. So, yes, but the majority of the lifting is going to be done by OpenAI, maybe Anthropic if I could control the cost of it, and Gronk as well. But again, we're going to be controlling a couple of things. So it's not going to be complicated. I kind of have the system already built already, right? It's just a few like touch ups that I'm going to be doing here and there with regards to like bringing in FMP and actually like sewing this up. But that's what's up. Like anything that you see, like please, it's open floor. All right, beautiful classification. And we're going to be doing this like this is going to be automated. But the way we're going to be doing this is going to be via terminal. Via terminal. I don't know yet if we're going to do a front end. If so, we're going to use Lovable AI. And if you don't know yet, Lovable, I think I've already showed it to y'all once. This is a platform that you can build front end. It's like a ChatGPT, but for building websites, right? So if I build a front end, because I am not good at building front ends, I'm just going to be completely honest about that. But if I do build a front end, we're going to be using Lovable to do so. But mainly, I want to get through like the back end work. If I can get this to work on the terminal, then I'm happy with that. And it's depending on like if I want to share it or not. Maybe I'll build the front end using Lovable. And here's the goal, right? The goal is I want a CNBC Bloomberg-quality insights, but automated, transparent, and trader focused. Because we have our bots that are running, but whenever I want to go figure out, all right, what is QQQ doing, right? What is NVIDIA doing? What is Microsoft doing? I have to go pull up each one of these charts to be able to see what they're doing. I mean, I can, and there's no problem with that. But if I can make this a little bit automated using SONA, right, then why not? So let's go ahead and jump over to our code. So like I said, oh crap, you could barely see that. My fault. I was supposed to. 2 seconds. I was supposed to make that a bit bigger, fam. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. And here you go. Just to make sure you can. Yes. All right, beautiful. And I was running a little bit of QA earlier today. But for lack of better words, here's SONA. Here's my PRD that I created. A PRD is the product requirement document. Our main goal is to be able to create an AI-powered market intelligence terminal that can provide real-time market analysis and automated weekly content for traders. And it's depending, I don't know how much I'm going to be releasing that. Again, maybe with just a little bit of caveats. It's going to be multi-agent, right? So a few different LLMs we're going to be using, multiple sources, in order to deliver CNBC Bloomberg-quality insights in real time and produce professional weekly recaps on multiple platforms. And it's, again, I don't know if we're going to be releasing it that far. So the mission is to be able to transform raw market data into actionable intelligence and to share content, making the institutional grade analysis accessible to our traders while building audience through automated content generation. Again, I don't know how much we're going to be doing that part. But let's just go review the code real quick so y'all can see what I have. Real quick, I just need a conda activate SONA. I don't do that. Conda activate SONA. There we go. Conda info. Just make sure you're in the mini forge one. Beautiful. And then we should be able to, I'm just going to show you what I have for right now. Like, this is super simple. And it could be a lot better, but let me just show you what we have right now. And this is all Python based. I learned when I was coding using Python. But here's what we have right now. There's a lot of things I'm going to be doing to make this a lot better, and I'm going to be using Claude Code in order to do this. All right, any second now. And this is one thing I'm going to be making better. I didn't think it was going to take that long. So it's running its analysis. What it's doing, it's pulling in data from Alpaca, Thinkorswim. It's aggregating all the news data. So it's doing a full analysis right now, and it's going, okay, here it is. Right, so it's pulling in all its data, right? And then it's going to give us a bear perspective, right? So this is an LLM that's going to be tied to being able to think, okay, they're a lot bearish on the market. So VIX is at 14.9, sitting firmly in the 8th percentile, suggesting complacency. But I think that it's cut off. So that's one thing I need to fix. Bulls, all right, listen up, and then it stops. So each one of these LLMs are going to have different personalities, for lack of better words, right? And what I've noted and what I've learned is that when it comes to being able to prompt engineer, you want to make sure that we're super specific, meaning that, all right, this is what I'm looking for. I'm using chain of thought, right? This is what I'm looking for. This is the examples on how to do it. And here is basically your guidelines in order to stay within, right? So Bear has it, and Bear is using Gronk, believe it or not. And then Bull has it, and Bull's using OpenAI and OpenAI 4.1 model. But right now, I'm noticing that when I run it via terminal, it's cutting off, right? So it's not finishing its sentence here. It's cutting off the full statement, right? Neutral, and it's also bringing in live market data. That's cool, whatever, right? And it's letting us know that, okay, for all of this, it took 5,000 tokens, and this is how much it costs. Less than $1. So that's what's up. Right. But there's just a couple of things that we can do better. Right. And that's what I'm going to be working on here with y'all today. So you see it's bringing in live VIX data. It has a bearish personality, a bullish personality, and it also have different beats here too. So I also have a Senate. All right. Here's the commentator. All right. Let me I know I was talking about it, but let me bring everybody up real quick. So here are all the agents files. So here's the main agent. All right, let me just start with the Bear. So here's the Bear agent. Bear, hold on real quick, because real quick, hold on. I'm just going to make sure it's not, no, it's not. All right, bet. So here's our Bear agent. Bear is using the OpenAI 4.1 nano model, right? And again, remember I was talking about being able to make sure we're prompt engineering. So this is Bear's Alana Vasquez, right? 25 years Wall Street, started on quant at Goldman, now is a chief risk officer for 500 billion pension fund. You survived the 2000, 2008, and 2020 market scares, and you have scars to prove it. You are not bearish, you're precise, and you speak. Trading floors go quiet, right? So this is the perspective that we're feeding in every time. And I'm also going to be introducing memory as well. And the way I'm going to be doing memory is via embeddings. But again, if I'm going too fast, let me know. If you want me to slow down, let me know as well. But let's keep going. All right, my fault. Let's keep going. Do y'all want to play music? Because last time I was playing music, I don't know if that was too much or if it did help or if it didn't. All right, let me just keep going. If you want music, I could turn that on in a little bit. So this is the chain of thought, what I was talking about before, right? And here's an example of the output, right? So we're going to be feeding in data. Here's an example of what we're expecting. Smart caps are bleeding for 4 sessions while VIX is sitting at 13. I saw that while the divergence in September 2021 because, again, it's a RAG database. It's using historical data in order to provide its output. So it's not, I'm not just feeding it data and expecting something back, but we're saying, okay, if you're going to reference something, right, we have a database, a RAG database that allows the bear agent to be able to retrieve. All right, I need to think what happened in 2021 and how does it apply to what's going on now, right? And it's using ChatGPT to be able to do all that. And this is a response from it. Here's the risk guide, right? So again, the max tokens that it can use per output is 300. One thing about being able to create an AI, right, or having an LLM system, large language models, within your platform, you want to control for tokens, right? Because that can get out of control real quick. When I first started this, you can simplify when you stack just by using the new Gemini API. I agree. I'm just not that fond of Gemini 2. I haven't done that much flushing out of Gemini right now. Gemini API enables RAG through the fill and search tool. Okay. The file and search import chunks and indexes your data to enable fast retrieval of relevant information. Really? Because I was just going to use Pinecone. I'm very familiar with using Pinecone, and I know how to be able to make that work very well. But this process, I haven't fleshed it out yet, and maybe this is something I will try here live, so I can compare how I was going to do it with Pinecone with Gemini's API. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, if we could get this done all locally. Now, is this? Oh no, it's API. So yeah, I wouldn't mind being able to try another provider. That's not something I'm opposed to at all. So definitely, Pascal, I'll definitely try that out and see how well it works, and especially if it's able to help us being able to get this done a lot faster. I don't mind that at all. What was I saying? Oh, temperature. We're controlling for token and temperature here, right? The only thing is, I know some would say, hey, have a fallback model, but for right now, I don't see them pushing this model. You know, you can still use 3.5, right? So I don't see them pushing that model out anytime soon, right? So that's bear. This is bull. Same thing, right? This is Laura or Elena. This is Nigel, right? And this is our bull perspective agent, and this agent uses Mistral. Okay, I forgot to add that one. And the reason I'm using different LLMs is because I want to be able to, I don't want to use the same LLMs because, again, I think it's want a little bit more diversity. So, excuse me. It's crazy. I want a diversity, and I want to be able to see how well different LLMs can work. So you see OpenAI here. We have Mistral here. And this is for our memory. So this is for our RAG. And then this LLM, this agent uses Gronk, right? And this agent is going to be bringing in the Pelosi trades I was talking about using FMP. So I feel like I've been talking a lot. Let's like really get into this now. I'm going to be bringing in the 4.5 Opus model from Claude Code. All right, beautiful. So to give it context, I know I'm hitting the limits, but I have more than, let me just make sure. Because this new, yeah, I'm Gucci. Let's keep going. Because it resets on Thursday But the amount of work that we're going to be doing today, I'm fine. And I'm maybe going to be using cursors, Sonnet. Excuse me, I had a cough. I didn't want to cough in your ear. I'm maybe going to be using cursors AI, maybe depending on the work. I don't trust them that too much, right? Um, but we'll see. I'm not going to be using Opus because it's going to eat way too much. I can use Opus with Opus for Claude Code, but not here because it's going to eat way too much of it. So I want to use Sonnet, but when I get to that point of needing it, then I will use it. But for right now, let's go ahead and set context of what do you know about CNBC? Oh, nope. What do you know about? Wait, before I even do that, I forgot. Oh, let me just start here. Never mind. What do you know about creating AI agents? Now, do not review our code base or project files just yet. Beautiful. All right, AI agents are autonomous or semi-autonomous systems that can retrieve their own environment. The API tools reason about their goals, act on executing tools, calling functions, and producing outputs. They learn, adapt via feedback with more advanced implementation. This is like baby machine learning here for the AI, and I'm thinking they're going to do that via classification model. React, which is meaning reasoning, and react, interweaving between thinking and tool using a loop. We plan and execute reflection, and we have our multi-agent system here that we're going to be building. So the backbone of it is going to be an LLM, and there's also going to be different frameworks that we can use. But I'm not going to be using these frameworks. The reason being so is because I've noticed they added just a lot more technical debt that haven't seen a benefit. When I first started learning LangChain. And if you want to punish anybody, have them go read LangChain's API documents. Huh. LangGraph is just a little bit more complicated version of LangChain, right? So when you think of an AI agent, right, an AI agent is going to need to talk. The way that they talk is going to be an LLM. An LLM is a large language model, and the LLMs are going to be either ChatGPT, Claude, we have Mistral, we have Gronk, we have Perplexity. You get it, right? So there's multiple LLMs that you can use in order to have it, in order to talk, right? And the way that it's going to actually do the work, right, is through these frameworks. And the frameworks that we can use are either LangChain, LangGraph, and again, LangGraph is just a little bit more complicated. LangChain, AutoGPT, don't know about that. Crew AI, I've noticed that to be a little bit more better of the bunch. I'm kind of shocked that it doesn't have Llama Index. Llama Index is legit too. And Semantic Kernel, haven't heard of them. Again, but I'm still super new. A custom implementation is what we're going to be doing. Reason being so is because I make it how we need it, and I don't need to add all this technical debt to it. I mean, there are some instances where maybe I'm going to be bringing in some elements of LangChain, right, or that Lang community, right, because I'm going to be using Langsmith. And Langsmith to be able to trace the tokens so I can know what they're doing, why they're doing, if something crash. And maybe some elements of Crew AI, but I'm not going to be bringing in any of the those frameworks because that technical debt just doesn't make sense, fam. All right, so what I'm going to be doing now is having it dive through our documents. All right, using BAT, FD, RG, awk, echo, seed, and different terminal commands. Review the following files. Do not just read them in one go, rather use your tools, right, and resources in order to gain context of SONA. All right, beautiful. I'm going to let it just go ahead and output that. Pascal, how long have you been in your field? Beautiful. Have our little scrum board too, if y'all want to see that. I forgot to bring that up, but we're working on this for like a couple of weeks. And I wanted to flush out like a few of the baby steps before I brought everything here to y'all. But now, like, y'all are going to be seeing everything, right? From where we are right now. We still have a lot of things to flush out, right? I just did the baby steps. And now we're really going to get into the work. Really are going to get into the work. I just want it to be able to build context. And once this has this context, we're going to jump into this thing. And if y'all do have any questions, any recommendations, should we be doing something else? Okay, here we go. SONA, we already talked about it. It's sophisticated AI-powered market intelligence terminal you've building. I don't want to say built. It's still in the process of building. We have a bear, bull, street agent, a capital agent, and then commentary of 7+ Python analyzers, deterministic, fundamentals, volatility, option news, technical, social, and then Congress. And then our LLM diversity, we're using Gronk, Anthropic, OpenAI, and then Mistral. Then our providers we're going to be using is Schwab, Alpaca, Theta Data, RSS News, social media, because we need to be able to get that what are the streets talking, for lack of better words, right? And this is the different social media platforms we're going to be bringing in. And I'm also going to be bringing in Congress Trades and also FMP, right? So it doesn't know FMP yet, so I need to update it with that. But we're going to be doing this in this process. And here's the brain, right? Hold on, so y'all can really understand. Explain like I'm 12 and provide a good looking visual as to what the system is and what it does. Capping your token output to 412 total tokens. Web tech a long time, like 20 years, but oh, that's what's up. What made you pivot? All right. AI. So it's like CNBC, but robots do all the work, or AI. Robots, AI, synonymous, tomatoes. Eyes, right? So we're watching the stock price, news articles, what Congress buys, and we're also watching Reddit and Twitter buzz. Excuse me. Then we're going to have the brain. This is 4 AI debaters. They're going to argue about their perspective, whether it being the bear, the bull, bringing in the retail sentiment, Congress sentiment. I'm also going to be expanding that out a little bit more. Then commentary is going to tell us who the winner is. Then we're going to also have the mouth, right? Pause. Be able to tell it, talk about it, right? Newsletters. Maybe this is something I'm still thinking about doing. I just have to be able to flush out the legality of that. But let's keep going. So the eyes, we're watching stock news and what politicians are secretly buying. The brain is 4 AI-powered personalities that debate the market is going up versus the market is going down. Then we're going to be outputting this in plain English so everybody can be able to understand it. And this is what it cost us per debate, right? In order for us to do this. So we really controlled for cost at this point, but I'm just going to be making this a lot better for this standpoint. All right. Now we want to discuss bringing in FMP. Hold on. I have to go get a file real quick. I promise I am getting a little bit more organized. I thought it was open, but it wasn't. So 2 seconds. Beautiful. And then endpoints. All right, beautiful. Bringing in FMP, we need you to review using RG, BAT, Aug, echo, and different terminal commands to search these files so we can properly discuss what we're going to do before the showrunner. Okay, I already gave that to you. All right, beautiful. I think I just want to do a little bit. Sorry. Let me know if that's too loud. Let me know if that's too loud. All right, beautiful. And what I'm having Claude Code do right now is go through. Let me just show y'all real quick. Go through this document here. To be able to, okay, here it is. I hate the fact that it compacted. So based on review, here's what F&P offers and how could it advance SONA. So current SONA, we can get the capital trades from F&P, and I'm going to show y'all how we're going to do that. We can also get insider info. We can get a lot more comprehensive financial data from F&P to be able to make this AI a lot more smarter than what it is right now, being able to really build out our RAG database here. New capabilities, we're going to be, okay, sector performance, biggest gainers and losers. Okay, let's really high value, low value candidates. I agree. Senate API is where we're going to be bringing in. Insider trading, we're going to be bringing in. That's fine. Sector performance, and then biggest gainers and losers. Okay. Before we want to, okay, I'm going to start with what's hot. Let's go ahead and start with the, because I want to create another agent that can, hold on. Let me just start with the Senate House. Let me just start with the Senate information. Because I want to bring in another commodity agent. We want to test a few items for the Senate API and really flush this out before we bring in F&P to the system. Review, and then let's discuss. Use terminal commands before we proceed. All right, and then let me just run this for y'all real quick so you can see what I'm actually talking about here. So this is one of the endpoints that I'm going to be using from I don't know, because I was doing it by myself and I don't know if API keys are in there. So just to make sure, I'm not going to scroll down all the way. But so this is an endpoint that we're going to be using in order to bring in information from F&P, right? So this script allows us to be able to get all these Senate financial disclosures, right? And also for the House, it also is going to be able to, also is going to enable us to bring in the Senate trading and activity real time. And also we can search by name. We can see the U.S. House, the Senate trades, and then we can search the House members by name as well. So super dope. Let's go ahead and then run it. All right, so this is how it looks, right? So it's bringing in Dave McCormick from Pennsylvania. This is the amount of trades that Dave McCormick did. This is Bitwise, an ETF. This was a trade that happened last November on the 28th, and this was a trade for 100. 100. Wow, that Dave McCormick spent 50 grand on an ETF, a Bitcoin ETF, right? So he knew something that we didn't. Then we also have Lloyd Dogic or Dogic, Johnson and Johnson, right? He bought 100 shares of Johnson and Johnson. This was the amount, and this happened back in December of last year. And then with Tommy Tupperville, right? Apple, 306 Apple, right? Anywhere between 15 and 50,000, and this happened back in October. Microsoft, Mark Wayne Mullen, that's a name. Microsoft, anywhere between 250 and 500,000. This happened back in November, and then Google. Tommy Tuberville has been busy. Back in October, he bought not only Apple but Google as well. So what happened in October? What happened on October 7th, 2025? This is usually have those today in history. Hold on. Are you going to tell me what happened? Today in history. Oh, so y'all can see. My fault. This was October the 7th. So October the 7th, John Clark, Michael DeVoe, and John Martes are announced as the co-winners of or for their quantum physics works. Okay. And then the price of gold of the New York Mercantile Exchange hit 4,000 an ounce for the first time. So somebody got a Nobel Prize, and then the price of gold went up. That correlated. What happened the day before or the day after? That's interesting. I wonder what happened. And that's another thing. I'm going to be bringing in another API that I can correlate this to like congressional policies and see if we can find like a little bit more correlation there. All right, so here's some Senate trades. Nancy Pelosi is not in the Senate. James Conley, PBO. This was back in August. All right, so we're getting. Oh, so here's some Pelosi trades, right? She bought Apple. So everybody was bullish on Apple. She bought Apple back in October, and this is the amount. All right, so this is everything that we can get from this endpoint, right? All right, so I love it. You should be done. Oh, you're still not done reviewing. Okay. There we go. I thought I was trying to buy it time, but it was still reviewing and needed me to click away. Here we go. And give us a second. I really thought it was done gaining context. Because I want to figure out a system on matter of fact, that's what I should have been doing. Is let me go look at this Google API for RAG. That gets annoying. All right, beautiful. SONA. All right. Fragiles breaking. Okay. 8 years. Search by name. We can get the first and last name, the party, the trade. Does FMP include party field? We'll have to figure that out. What is the amount format? We'll have to figure that out. How fresh is the data? We'll have to figure that out. And does the trade center include all historical trades? Well, let's figure that out. Just give me 1 second. I have to like really stress some rules with it, because what it will do is share some that it's not supposed to. Okay, hold on. You can look at that part. I need you. All right. Let's proceed to test and answer these 4 questions via zcurl terminal commands. Now listen. Do not. Are as all and cause a breach of security and trust. Blah. Here is the .m file for the keys. Now let's proceed to run the terminal commands in the Conda environment. Let me give you the Conda environment first. I'm pretty sure I gave that to you, but just in case I didn't, here it is. And guess what you also need is the .m file. Snap, crackle, and pop. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Then when you have multiple files, this year is like I'm going to code so much more organized. Oh my goodness, I'm going to be a lot more organized. Because when you have things that are like left and right and left, and when you're trying to look for it, okay, it gets quite annoying. Let's test and see if we can get these responses, these answers. All right, beautiful. So it has what it needs. Now go ahead and test. Now I'm having Cloud Code run a few terminal commands within our Conda environment in order to get the answers to these questions, right? Does the FMP include the party field, which I'm pretty sure it does, because I was able to do some deep analysis before, but I'm pretty sure we could create a system that can do that. What is the amount format? I thought that was in the API docs that are right here, but hey, sometimes it doesn't read. And then also, how fresh is the data? I'm pretty sure it updates as trades happen. And then does the Senate trades include all historical trades? So it's trying to answer these questions right now. Is it using Python 3? I think it's using Python 3. Hold on. What the freak are you doing, kid? Is there? I should have checked if it was using Python 3. Okay. Next time, let me check. You're not using Python 3. Source, FMP. Okay, you're loading. You're cutting. Okay. Truncate. All right, beautiful. Get me right. Okay, this is user error all the way. Use Python, not Python 3. All right, there we go. Figure it out, Bob. There we go. We're getting the fields we need. We're getting the answers to these questions. Holy cow. How fresh is the data? A big yo to everybody for J5. If you know, you know. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now go ahead and let me know, what did you deduce? No party field. I can figure that part out. That's easily, that's something that we can easy figure it out. That's no problem. 10 days behind. So last disclosure was on the 26th. So that this is, excuse me, typical lag is 18 to 30 days between the transaction and disclosure. So same as capital stock, 45-day rule. Okay, beautiful. So 11 years of data. Apple from 2024 to 2014, excuse me, to 2025, way more than capital trades. There's a problem for SONA capital agent when it does. Okay, we can easily come up with a system that can classify who the representative is. Let's run a few POCs to determine best way to do this. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do as well while you're doing that, let me go ahead and jump over to Claude Code, or excuse me, ChatGPT, in order to ask it a couple questions. I have some ideas. Is there an, excuse me. Okay, let's start this. What open source Python libraries are available for political data? You trying wiki fields? Come on. PyOpenState is a Python client for open states, which gives you the standardized data for U.S. legislative. Okay, holy shit. It's districts and more, useful for civics, research, dashboards, and apps. Okay. PyVote package for working on vote views, congressional voting records. I love this. I'm going to use you as well. Let you programmatically fetch and filter raw roll call data by sessions or a year. Great for political science analysis and model. I love that. PolySci, which is the U.S. electoral. Okay, don't want that. PolySci Kit, which is the electoral analysis simulation, provides tools for electoral system analysis, seat appointment, and disappropriation metrics and plotting. Maybe a pure Python library for computing election results under many voting systems. Okay. Then we have democracy data, a package, not Pi or Pi yet, but on GitHub that provides you with mainstream democracy measures like, okay, maybe not that. This is a dataset repository of global political data. Okay, maybe it's this one. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here's what I need. All right, poly data. So it's 7. But I'm also going to be bringing in, this is interesting, this PyOpenState, a Python client for OpenState API, which gives you standardized data for U.S. state legislators, bills, committees, districts, and more, right? And I'm also going to be bringing in maybe PyVote. Yes, PyVotes, so I can see their voting records. So this is what I need right here. Look at that. That's how you use 2 AIs in order to figure out your system. You're still trying to use Wikipedia. Goodness gracious. I mean, maybe it works. I have a plan too. I have a plan too. You're trying to use Wikipedia. Oh, ProPublica. Okay. So you're using your brain now. Was ProPublica on this list? ProPublica wasn't on this list. You're trying to build a database using, I hope this one works. I think it will. I think this one will work. Hybrid plus fallback. Bruh, I think my idea is going to be better than yours. I think my idea is going to be better than yours. Test house endpoint. All right, you're bullshitting. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, let's see what it's doing. All right. It's using the cache-based party enrichment. I don't know if I like that. Bootstrap build an initial cache of no, bro. From congress.gov or from Wikipedia for all 530. So you want me to keep this data and then being able to go through it like that, bro? We can do this so much smarter. Pros and fast. We need to maintain after election. New appointment. Bro, I'm not doing that. Who's doing that? That's ridiculous. So it came up with 8 ideas. I have 1. All right. Works. So Wikipedia, clean with names, ProPublica, maybe. Okay, hybrid with fallbacks. I'm not using cache, bro. All right. Unless I specifically advise to use it. We and you, my guy, are not allowed to use cache whatsoever. Now, we are thinking about using. Let's see how this stacks up to your idea. Do 404. You got an error. Oh, maybe that's just the number of representatives. Maybe that's the number of representatives. I don't hope that's an error. Oh, this is a GitHub? Wait, why did you lie to me? This is a database repository CSV XLS file for global political leaders, elections, leaders, parties, institutions that gives you, and you can load with Panda, not a library, but a resource you can use directly. Let's see. All right, so POC live test from FMP plus GitHub, no cache. Load GitHub database in memory, fresh every time. Load legislator database. This is from this GitHub right here. United States Congress legislators main. So shout out to whoever made this GitHub. I appreciate you. We're going to be building a list, right? No cache. And this is how we're going to be saving it for our legislature. And then we can get our party affiliation, the current term, district. Okay, beautiful. Building the data frame. Then we're going to match it to FMP. So let's see if this works. Sometimes you got to, because y'all can't forget the artificial part of AI. Right, everybody want to lean on the intelligence, but the artificial could be forefront too. So sometimes you got to drive the boat. You're like, all right, maybe you're just tripping a little bit. And I'm also going to be bringing in, I know it's going to be hard to be able to keep track of it, but I think this will be valuable. Bringing in the, well, that's tripping real quick. The Pi Vote View, a U.S. congressional roll call voting, a Python package for working with Vote View congressional voting records. It lets you programmatically fetch and filter roll call data by session or year, great for political science analysis or modeling legislative behavior. That's why I love Python. Oh, everybody, you have an idea. There's probably a library for it. Beautiful. I was about to tell you to use Fuzzy. Fuzzy is sometimes whenever you have a mishandling of a name or any variations, they can automatically match it to you. Autocorrect is basically what fuzzy is. Final solution, fuzzy, and Wikipedia fallback. Okay, let me see what you're doing. Fix final 3 issues. The James Coney Justice to Jim Justice. Okay, Jim Justice, UV governor turned senator. Then James E. Han Banks, Jim Banks, IN. All right, April Danley McLean. Okay, let's get this. We're creating our robust system, yeah. And let me know if the music is a little bit too much. If it is, I can turn it off. But if y'all like it, you can give me a thumbs up. Or if you haven't already, go ahead and like the video. Because if you like it, maybe somebody else will too. Let's go ahead and see if we can grow this community, fam. But if the video, if the music is too much, let me know and I can just turn it off. But I like it because it just keeps the people going, right? And it allows me to be able to continue on with the session. Like, it just makes it a little bit more lively, if you would. All right, beautiful. Data flow, FMP. We're going to extract the names. We're going to go to GitHub. Hit 96%. Did not return. Missed. Then we're going to go to Wikipedia. Hit 3.5%. Miss. Last resort, Wikipedia HTML. Okay. 96, 4%, 0% match. Ready to build. All right. But before now, keep this in context. Well, we have one more slice of this pizza to discuss. We're thinking about bringing in the following library as well. Maybe we'll need another agent to manage, but hey, let's discuss. Review. I was about to stay. And let's install in the Conda environment. Shit, did I give you shit? What kind of environment did you run it in? Damn. SONA. There should be one. Let me go grab SONA real quick. Conda list. Conda M list. You get so particular, bro. There you go. Then let's run a few terminal commands to understand it and how we can use it in our system. All right, I'm not going to get too political because I know I can, but I'm not going to get too political with this. But I think being able, because what I'm thinking, if I can match, and I know this is just hyperbole at this point, but if we can match, but I mean, it would make sense to be able to get like, okay, what's going on the Hill, right? So we have a Hill reporter. So I'm thinking about being able to use this Python library as for our Hill reporter, right? So I don't think it was too much. And because what I was going to do initially is, all right, bet, can I match the voting like when y'all was in committee and when you actually placed the trade, right? But then you have some legal issues to be able to dive down to. I don't know if I can share that as much, right? But with this one, being able to create a Hill reporter, I can do that with this congressional issues, with this congressional data. Then I'm going to work around with the other ones on my own time. But that's what's up. I didn't know you can do all that. That's why I say I love Python. 118th Congress. Let me just make sure. I thought it was at 119. This is, yeah, this is the 119th, bro. Yeah, this is the 119th. Oh, it wasn't tripping. You just look at some of these pictures, bruh. It's just like, what are you still doing in office? You have a black and white picture. I get it, but then it's like, bro, like, these are our elected officials, ladies and gentlemen. And I can't wait to see what trades you all have been doing. Bro, you can't tell me Alan Clifford from Tennessee. Oh, he served. Okay, this was back then. This was in the past. So this is historic. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is previous members. My fault. My fault. I'm talking shit and I'm not even doing the right thing. Let me come back to what I was supposed to be doing. I'm sorry. Well, there's probably some that there's really probably some that still. Oh, that's what's up. And oh yeah, I told you it's the 119th. Okay, I'm going to read that on my own time, but that's interesting. I would kind of agree. Okay, bet you got it right. You got it right. So it's the 119th, bro. Get me right. Don't hallucinate on me. Don't hallucinate on me, man. I really should be looking at the code you're doing. So check the function signatures. Then we're gonna get the Senate roll call, extract the unit Senate senators by party affiliation, voting behavior analysis, pi vote by party lookup, final test, load both chambers from the 119th Congress. So we have both the House and the Senate that you're loading within a data frame. We're going to get the Senate poll and then the House. Then we're going to load that. You're going to get the name, the party code, the state abbreviation. Then we're going to normalize it. Then what are you doing here? Variance. Okay, you're getting our Republicans and Democrats. If it's a Republican, it's 200. Democrat is 100. Else is I for independent. And then we're putting that into a partner. Okay. Extract all names. Apply variance. Apply FFmpeg data. Oh, that's what's up. So you're loading. Okay, you're enriching the data first. We're getting the voting data from the pi votes library from Python, right? Then we're enriching it with FMP data. That's Gucci. And let's see what you produce here. I don't think did I ask you, Pascal? My fault if I didn't, but what made you pivot from web tech to AI / data scientist after all this time, or after all that time being a web tech? And did you see it? Did you find anything that was kind of similar? That was like, oh, okay, this wasn't that hard once you actually started doing it. I don't understand. How can you? That's crazy. How can you swear somebody in that was like legit kind of kidnapped from their own country? That's interesting. So, are we watching a coup? That's like kind of crazy if you really think about it. And nobody kind of. Let me be quiet. Let's just come back to what we're doing. What GitHub dataset can I provide? All right. Pi arrow. Okay. Party state. Matching. Okay. Beautiful. Better. Oh, look at that. New approach. GitHub. Party. Okay. ideologically score voting behavior. I don't know. I was going to call this. I mean, I like what you're doing there. I don't know. About creating a whole agent for that, maybe an analyzer, right? But what we were thinking, is being able to track the bills from both chambers and being able to have almost like a beat Hill reporter, right? Currently, the Capitol reporter focuses on the trades, but we want to bring in the actual legislation. Did I move that? Hold on. Legislation as well, as we feel it'll add value to what we're building. Let's zoom that out a little bit. They do. And when we can get all this voting records by partisan score, bro, like why just limit it to that? All right, I'm gonna have you limit this to like damn near 3, bro. Track who voted and how on key bills. Get specific continuous votes. Okay, get final close votes. All right, pick one vote and see who voted and how. Now let's analyze. All right. Let's see. What are we doing here? We are getting the Hegson confirmation vote. Oh, Hegsmith. Okay. 50-50 tie. See how each senator voted. Then cross-reference with the party. Yeah, vote by the party. Nay, vote by the party. Any Republicans who voted nay. Any Democrats who voted yeah. I'm gonna make this like my congressional agent. Like whenever I need anything from the House, right, or from both chambers, like it can use this library in order to say, oh, you know what? I don't know if y'all consider this. All right, what the Hill report analyzed could provide to SONA. Recent legislative activity, legislative action, bipartisan versus party line votes, key themes for recent bills. I love this. And I still have a few more things, bro. I should be kind of doing. All right, I need to speed this up. My fault. Like you're doing too many POCs, bro. Like, I mean, I get it. I'd rather you do more than less, and let me tell you, it's too. You're not doing enough, right? And bring you in. All right, let's look at it. Hill analyzer. Okay. Capital agent, congressional votes. Then we have the congressional analyzer, trade sentiments. Now, proposed addition is going to be a Hill analyzer, legislative activity, why it matters, tax bills, tariff votes, regulation votes, defense spending, close votes, bipartisan votes. Yep. I'm just gonna limit it to like you got 2. Bruh. I get it. You on your shit. I get it. Now let's get this work in. That's why I wanted y'all. If you were here for like just some of the pre-work stuff, oh my goodness, you would have been pulling your hair out. But this is, I guess it wants to be safe than sorry. Like, please don't do another PLC. Okay, here we go. All right. So what it provides is the Senate votes, the House votes, the bill number, description, the results, the yay or nay counts, the individual counts, individual senator representative votes, the party breakdown, historical breakdown from the really to the first Congress. Oh, we got some work. I could do machine learning with this. Okay, I'll do that later. Hex says vote. That was the shit face that is the defense secretary right now. Really, Fetterman, you voted yay. Then all these Republicans voted nay. That's interesting. Y'all stood on business, but I don't know what the fuck. All right. Party votes. Okay. Hill Analyzer. Pure Python. Recent votes. Close votes. Most recent votes. And then legislation. Okay. Now covers trades and legislation. I love it. Tax bill S3385 failed 5148 along party lines. Meanwhile, McConnell, Collins, and Murkowski broke ranks on Hegseth. These three moderates also sold defense stocks last week. Ooh, talk your shit. Watch out for the continued defense sector weakness if confirmation battles persist. I love it. Okay. All right. Lay out the plan we have so far in order to update the system, at least this part of it, right? Keep your responses, shit, my fault. Keep your responses under 312 total tokens for output response. All right, F&P congressional. Okay, F&P Congress replaces the. I don't know if I want to replace. Just keep it as a backup, just in case. GitHub, 100% match, no cache, and then we have step 2. We're going to be doing this, and then step 3, and then we're going to enhance Diane, and then we're going to add it to the pipeline. All right, let's proceed to get this done. After each step, make sure to thoroughly test via terminal command to ensure good and no issues. And let's have the be the extreme backup just in case we need it. Worked hard to get it working. All right, let's proceed. Do not rush. Take your time, and let's get this in. Let's get this in. All right, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful stuff. Let me go grab some water. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I appreciate you. Let me make sure. All right. Excuse me, I didn't want to cough in your ear. I appreciate you. I didn't want to cough in your ear. All right, I think I should have just ran that myself. Condo, activate, SONA. Providers. FMP Congress. All right, let's see. This is what it's looking at right now. All right, beautiful. Here are the recent trades as of the 30th, right? A lot more Republican. I mean, it's a little bit. I ain't gonna say. I was trying to talk shit, but I really can't. But you can see a lot more consistent names that are popping up. And can I see a particular sector who's holding power? I mean, tech. This Coca-Cola and Home Depot one is interesting. Smart money signals bearish, buy, sell. 74 million though. That's crazy. Top buys, Chase, PRU. What's PRU? Prudential? Y'all bearish on Prudential? What does Prudential got going on? Then Punk Gaming. That is super specific. BMO. A bank. So 2 banks, an insurance, and then tech. Super interesting. Super, super interesting, fam. Get me right. And let me show y'all what I had before. I mean, it wasn't bad. I'm not going to hold you. Like, it took me a while to be able to get it to work. Like, what I was using is capital trades. Capital trades. Here it is. This is what I was using in order to get the trades before. Right. So you see it's the same data, right? Same data that were coming in from FMPMG, right? I was using capital trades in order to get it. As you can see, it's the same trades, and we can have it by Senate. Let's say Florida. What the fuck y'all doing in Florida? Let's try Arkansas. Y'all got a lot going on in Arkansas. Oh, it wouldn't make sense y'all doubling up. This is where I get it. Sometimes some things just make you laugh. This is where I would get it from. So let me just run that real quick. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right. This is what it looks like. Same thing, just a little bit faster, right? So same thing. 12 recent. But ours, so I just added just a bit more comprehensive. FMP is returning more data with proper tickers, excuse me. NRC has other for mini, excuse me. So right now I'm just going through and finishing up adding FMP to our data stack. And then once FMP is finished, we're going to go ahead and build this Hill analyzer. And with the Hill analyzer, I'm going to be using the, what is that, Pi Votes library. And for those that want it, let me go ahead and drop it in the chat just in case you want to use it for yourself. And how did I find this library? ChatGPT. And this library is a Python package for working with PyView congressional voting records. It lets us programmatically fetch and filter all roll call data by session or year. So basically pulling in all the political or legislative data from the House and from the Senate that we're going to be adding to SONA. And SONA is our Smart Option News Analyst. I may change those acronyms, but that's what I have right now for SONA. So this is going to be our AI system that we're building out. And we're just being a bit more methodical here. Let me go. You said it's in an analyzer. So it should be brain, analyzer, Hill. Let me go run it. Beautiful. All right, here we go. The recent bills. Oh, failed, joint, failed, passed. Okay, I was about to say, what failed? Clause. Okay. I wonder if I can enrich this a little bit more so I can actually see sectors. That's interesting. Very interesting. So it's that that is from the Pi Vote View library. I'd recommend it if you all are interested in stuff like that. Go ahead and use that Python library. Now we're moving to step 3. We're going to update the congressional analyzer to use FMP Congress as the primary with RSC as the fallback. Beautiful. Okay. Perfect stuff. Perfect stuff. So I'm finishing up this part. Then after this part, I'm going to be adding on. Let's see. Matter of fact, let me just put you on auto right now so I can review this. I want to add a way for us to be able to use the mergers and acquisitions, right? And then the insider trading information. Don't stop spazzing. All right, let me go test you real quick. Let's see if we're guap. Let's see how good we are. This like takes a little bit. I'm not gonna hold you. Like if I could get this to be a little bit better, then that'll be great. FMP total trades, view. Okay, what are you using? Congress. How are you bringing in the data? Data class. Okay. I feel like I can make that faster. All right, I'm gonna do that on my own time. But I feel like I can make that just a little bit faster. Cause the way we had to wait for that was like, bro, it shouldn't be all that, man. It shouldn't be all that, Brody. All right, it's working. Now let me update to do and enhance capital. Okay. Let me go see what you do like right now. So I should be able to just run ya, right? Capital agent. That's like one of the worst things. Is just being able to get no feedback and just like staring at a screen that's blinking. It's like, are you working? Are you not? I need to make that better. Congress is net bullish with 49 million buys, but the Republicans led the rally. The Democrats barely contributed, suggesting they're on the sidelines or subtly bearish. Keep an eye on the party dynamics. The heavy accumulation of JP Morgan PRU, which is Prudential, Punk, which is the gaming. This is a bank BMO, and the RY. What is R? All financials could be indicating insiders are positioning for regulatory shifts or sector-specific news. Republicans are on the Financial Service Committee, might be privy to upcoming changes. Interesting. Oh, what was I saying? Create another agent that can give us can track IPOs, and how they can do that is being able to take the mergers and acquisition information and the SEC filing information from FMP and being able to like analyze, all right, is the IPO maybe on the rise? Here's one to be able to notice. Here's a merger, here's an M&A that y'all didn't know was coming, right? So basically an M&A agent and an IPO agent, and let me see, make it maybe do the same thing, or being able to keep them separate. I just need to add the, so it can pass the data, if you would, ever so kindly. You know what I also kind of didn't do? But I want to do it. I want to do it on my own time. Is I need to add Prometheus. What are you doing? It's definitely going compact. Before you compact, let's update with what we have done. It's all right. Yeah, you're about to compact like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, well, that's compacting. Now I'm going to bring in, so I can like do twice the work. I'm going to bring in Sonnet 4.5 from Cursor, so we can do just twice the work here. Give me a second. I need to have it. Oh, it's right here. My fault. Review using terminal commands bat fd awk echo seed type less head etc. so you can properly understand the M&A and insider endpoints, which we are going to be working on today. All right. So while you do that, then I need to come here, and then I need you to review this one, and then SEC filings. All right. So I'm gonna be doing two things at once. Then once this, all right, bet. Now once this is done, I'm going to be bringing in. Which one do I want to do it? No, I want you to do the insider because I can control you a little bit more. Then what do I want to do here? I brought in the Senate. The financial reports or the financial statements, the financial information. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. The financial statements and then financial reports and then as reported. I mean, I love the fact that you're being comprehensive about it. All right. Now review the following scripts. Run them in SONA Conda environment. Make sure to use Python, not Python 3. Moving forward, unless told otherwise, keep your response token output to 328 total tokens. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So I have one AI. We're going to be working on our insider agent and then our, the mergers and acquisition. And then over here, we're going to be working on the financial statements. I mean, I have an idea of what I want to do, but I want to compare it with Claude Code. Then once we get that comparison, we're going to button up that part of it. And I have a few more other things that I need to tidy up real quick with SONA. Then I want to be doing this for like maybe another 30, 45 minutes, maybe another hour. Okay, beautiful. Latest 100%. Okay, perfect, perfect. Now, so you can get context of our system. Review the following files using the same terminal commands, right? Don't just read it all at once, and make sure you understand what we have before we proceed. No, not doing that right now. Use terminal commands to review, then advise what else would be of value to bring into the system from FMP. Use BAT, FD, RG, awk, etc. terminal commands. Don't just read all at once. Well, all right, bet. Now we're going to be doing twice the work, and I appreciate it. Let me see where you're at. All right, you're still guap. You're still good. Okay, perfect. All right. We're thinking we want to create a M&A / insider trader agent, right? That really won't focus on the congressional side. We already have that, but more so any other big names or corporations, right? That we should be following and know the names of. So before we create this, let's create a POC script that can test out a few ideas on this concept. Lay out what you're thinking first before we proceed. Advise if you understand what we're thinking or what we're trying to convey here. All right. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'm working on the SEC filing. Don't do the SEC filing. I'm doing that right now. All right, I understand you. You want to create, you want to track corporate insiders, CEOs, exec, big investors like Buffett, ICANN, etc., and M&A activity separate from the congressional stuff you already have with Diane Vance. So what we're building is not a congressional tracker, but a corporate executives, notable investors, institutional wells, M&A announcements, pattern detections, buying before M&A. Okay, beautiful. Okay. We also want to gauge if this agent or process will be able to, as best as possible, right? I don't want to say predict, know when with confidence levels IPOs may be coming based on the data and patterns. Let's also add this to test as well. All right. So excellent addition. The IPO prediction from the insider M&A is a killer feature. Let me expand the POC concept to include this. The serial acquisition pattern, the institutional positions, insider buyer freezing, M&A slowdown after spree, beneficial ownership change. Okay. All right, let's create the script. All right, beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, so I have one AI that is trying to figure out the FMP endpoints that we should bring into our system. And I'm using Cursor AI in order to create this insider agent type of deal, right? Where it's going to be aggregating the M&A endpoints, mergers and acquisition, and the insider data endpoints in order to figure out what the tea leaves are saying. So, oh yeah, it is a process. I'm not gonna hold you. What do you think of it? Thank you. I appreciate the feedback. Anything that you're seeing that we could improve upon, that we can? Oh, I forgot about this economic data. Oh, I'm using that right now. I'm using that right now. So market moves. I'm already taking this insider trading. So hold on to that. Analyst data. Perfect for high low consensus. Sector performance. So maybe I'm going to take this analyst data and sector performance and combine them, and then being able to have that. Market movers. Miss me with that. Maybe I can add this. Maybe. Okay, 1, 2. So 5, 2, and 3. Maybe the treasury as well. I appreciate you, Pascal. Is there anything else that you're seeing that we can improve upon or make better? Let me know. I'm already doing that. Consider a Wall Street agent that tracks. I'm already doing that. That's kind of funny, right? I'm already doing that. Wall Street price target from upgrade to downgrade activity. Add institutional sentiment to the bear and bull debate. Okay. Sector performance. Pre-calculated sector returns. Yes, I know. That's what I'm trying to like. Just hurry up and just like. You wouldn't add them? Okay. All right. I agree. Is there anything here? I think if anything, I just want to add this analyst and maybe the sector performance. And then as you say, I don't want to get stuck with being able to, oh, this looks cool. This looks good. This looks good. Right? I just want to ship it and get this off and running, and then I can add stuff later on. Or get the most important features working first and start using it. I agree. All right, I agree. So let me just take the most important thing. Just add what you need and what you're going to be using. All right, what I need is this analyst and the sector performance, and then the treasury, and everything else is just like it's more of a want than a need. All right, so thank you. Good stuff. So I'm going to do sector analyst, sector data. All right. We want a way to be able, we want to be able to add the analyst data, sector performance, and then treasury to our system, but not over complicating it, so we can continue with our work and ship SONA. Advise where it would be of value to add and why. Run a few POCs via terminal. Limit it to 5. Then cite your source and response with your rationale. All right, POC. Excuse me. 100 insider trades. Fetch 6 symbols with clustered buying that attach. WAT, MASI, SONA and Grant, MA patterns 100%, mergers and acquisitions analyze, sectors. Okay, pattern detection, cluster insider. Okay, cluster identified. No notable billionaires in the recent 100 trades. You need a larger sample. Serial acquisition, need at least 6 months of look back. Expand the notable investors list. Adjust the, okay. Let's do this. Let's do all of this and make sure we are able to go back at least, let's say 4 years. Let's call it 3 years, so we can get a good sample size, so we can see how this would work. Are you using Python 3? No. All right, hold on. I need to go tell him about himself. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Do not. Do not cause an security breach. Here it is. Make sure you're doing it correct. Whoa. All right, here we go. I agree. Oh shit. Okay. There we go. All I need to do is just point you in the right direction. All right, come on, debug, get yourself right. There you go. $403. There we go. Please get the right information so we can proceed. I'm like a kid at a candy store right now. Oh, let's go. Excellent. The enhanced POC is working much better. Let me correct the names. All right. Working premium required to pay membership. Okay, beautiful. That makes sense. That's fine. My recommendation, here's where to add treasury volatility. Where added, the yield curve context belongs to VIX. Okay. Analysis, perfect. Analysis data, where to add the price interest gets fundamentals. From here, add bulls. Okay. And then the second performance, skip for now. Premium gate with, okay, we already have the current. All right, beautiful. All right, let's test to make sure you can properly understand the data flow and formats, right? For these. Let me also give you a little bit. This is treasury rate. Whereas as economic. Okay, here's treasury. See. And then you also need analyst data. And run a few terminal commands via C curl to understand it. Then once you do, let's get this done. Let me do that. All right, all enhancements complete. All right, 50 investors added was 20. But who are these people? Billionaires, activists, hedge funds, top CEOs. The adjusted serial. Okay, 6 months. Okay. We fixed it. Now we got 57 films with clustered buying. Watt 10. Okay. The insider trading API, not billionaire investors from, excuse me, the insider trading API equals corporate executives and CFOs, not billionaire investors. For Buffett and ICANN will need a 13F filing, institutional holdings, but the PLC equals success. I'm pretty sure I have, hold on. I'm almost certain FMP. Oh, I can't get, let me see if I can get anything. I can't get anything from 13F. Okay. All right, with that being said, what is a better way to get the most out of these endpoints so we have a plausible and efficient agent that can work with this data? Analyst. Okay, two focused agents, not okay. Two focused agents, not one mega agent. I agree. The insider watchdog agent, and then the M&A scout. Alex Chan, former SEC analyst. I track the corporate executives' skin in the game. All right. So what this agent does: notable investor tracking, wrong data support, inefficient signals, insider freeze detection, need historical baseline. All right. Cluster buying, 20 executives bought in the last 30 days. Total value of $2 billion. No insider selling detected. Heavy buying across all values. Interesting. And then Morgan Steele. That's funny. There's this. Never. That's too close to, dude. I follow the money and the corporate consolidation. Okay. All right. Insider. Give me 1 second. I'm going to start with the insider and just make sure we're getting everything from the insider that we can. All right, before we proceed, let's double check and make sure we're getting everything we can for the insider review. Then let's run a few C curls via terminal command. Do not expose my IPs. We are let's run and make sure before we have you do the same for the other endpoints. Start here first. All right. You're still using Python 3. So I've noticed that sometimes, I don't know. I was going to tell them not to use Python 3, but Python 3 is working for you. Did I give you, hold on. Because I really think up-to-date AK for publicly traded companies and the latest AK to get the latest time certificate updates such as mergers. Okay. Oh, this is the M&A. All right, come on, please and thank you. Oh, that's who I wanted. Okay, I'm kidding the candy store. Let's stay focused. I'm gonna stay focused because I'm looking at these different endpoints. I'm like, bro, I can add this too. But let me get this working. As soon as I get this working, then I can add all these fancy bells. Beneficial ownership, billionaire tracker. We found Warren. Okay, let's go. Okay. Beautiful. All right. We have one more set of endpoints to review and test before we lay out plan and then continue to build this out. Hold on. Yeah, the M&A. Let me get you that. Let me get you the M&A endpoints. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Here you go. And here's the M&A. All right, beautiful. Here you go. Proceed. All right, beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, then I'm just going to call that a wrap on FMP because I don't want to get lost in these. Because there's so much more I can add, like so much more, but let's stay focused. Let's stay committed to the work that we have at hand. I appreciate you, Pascal, for that. And let's just go ahead and ship out our MVP. Then once we get our MVP, our minimum viable product up, then we can be able just to add a few things here or there, right? So I'm working on being able to do that. Right here, I'm adding the economic data with Claude Code. And then here over on the side, I'm using Cursor in order to build out our insider agent and the mergers and acquisition agent. I'm just feeding it different API endpoints so it can test, so it can really understand the data. Yo, Concept, Happy New Year to you. I hope all is well. It's been a minute. And I hope everything is going well for you. Welcome to the stream. Today we are building out SONA. SONA is our smart option news analyst. So imagine like having a pocket AI assistant that can tell you real time what the market is doing without all that fancy jargon. And I'm actually using Cursor's AI for this too, because I wanted to kind of almost like do double the work. So I'm having, because Cloud Code keep compacting. I'm having it approach this weekly limit. So it's like, you know what? I've already had Cursor reset on me for the limit. So it's like, all right, let me just go ahead and tap in using that now. So what's up? How's your development going? How's your trades coming along for your project? Did y'all get the front end figured out? All right, beautiful. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, massive win, all 20 endpoints, latest trade, search by symbol, search by name, transaction type, statistics. Okay, latest M&A. All right, IPO filing detection. We can now track IPO registration in real time. Didn't I tell you? Okay, announcement, insider watchdog. Okay, M&A, and then, all right, beautiful. Why did you do that? I don't know why you did that. Okay, can you stop spazzing? Can you listen to me for once? I promise I know what I'm doing. Thank you. Bro. All right. Let's get this done one at a time. Let's make sure we're following best practices to complete the work. Let's ensure that after we complete one file, we test, make sure good before going to the next. You are not allowed to use cache. You must follow OOP and then solid design best practices, and ensure you keep in context everything we have just learned concerning these endpoints. Wait. Before advise, should we create analyzers to pair with these agents or just agents? Review, then check a few of the agents. Then advise. I also got a, oh, I am so sorry. I got it wet hosted yesterday, so it's not local. I have bugs, but it's also mostly running. Also got a virus, and I got it pod into the workbook, and I've been working. Yeah, I hate when that happens, but shout out to you that you're able to go and get your front end, and it's not local anymore. You actually uploaded it to it. You're actually on a server right now, and it's casted out for the world to see. So big up to you there. Now it's just a matter of being able to get those little bugs out the way, right? Were you able to trace where that bug came from or where the virus came from? Perfect approach. Let me review the existing architecture first and understand the patterns, then advise on the best approach. I help. Oh, that's always a great thing. That's always a great thing. You just come and be like, you know what? I got it, babe. Don't worry. That's what's up. Now, how are you all controlling to be able to make sure that, yes, create analyzers. Excuse me, how you are controlling to make sure that it's not going to be a problem in the future? All right, let's proceed. Done. Double check your work and make sure good before we proceed. Oh, okay. Do you use Prometheus? Have you ever heard of Prometheus? And I'm going to use that here. But like Prometheus, or what is that? Grafani. You ever heard of Prometheus? Oh, what are you doing? Code review. I bet. All right, update so we can track what we have done before we continue this work so we can ship our MVP. No, all right, so Prometheus is a way for you to be able to track different metrics on your application. It is an open source Python library that enables you to be able to track whatever your application is going from start to finish. The reason I like to use Prometheus is because, number one, it's open source and it's free for me. And number two, it allows you to be able to trace and track where bugs are coming from, right? So yes, you can fix it the one time, but you want to be able to see, all right, where do you come from, right? And how to be able to make sure that you can control for this moving forward. So I'm going to add Prometheus to one of these systems here. I don't know if I'm going to do it today, but when I do add it, I'll let you know just to be able so you can pay attention, like watch out there. But Prometheus is something that you can use. Let me see if I can just bring it up real quick. Prometheus, Python. Here it is. Right, allows you to monitor your system and being able to understand what happens, why it happened, and why. And just in case you want it, let me go ahead and give you what language. I don't know if I think you said Java. Well, let me give you the Python and the Java. So here's the Java GitHub. Oh, see. I've been standing around computers too much. I'm sorry. I hope you're feeling better. The flu is going around because my mom still is dealing with a cough right now. But yes, the flu is definitely going around. I've been dealing with computers way too much. I'm so sorry. But I hope you're feeling better. And I hope that you're able to. Damn, I hope it wasn't part of the new year too. That would suck. I hope you're feeling better. That's how you know I've been sticking around computers too much. I'm thinking virus. I didn't correlate that. Oh, humans can catch viruses too. Oh man, I need to take a step back. Maybe not. Oh, it's okay. I think I had the flu light. Ah, yes. Yeah, that's been something that has been like a sure epidemic these past couple of weeks. Like I think all throughout the holidays, like even from Thanksgiving on throughout the holidays, the flu was definitely around trying to get anybody that it could. But I'm glad you're on the other side of this thing, and you're just ready to be able to tackle on this year. Kind of. I have POTS, which means my heart rate gets high when I stand. Oh, I am so sorry. I learn something new every day. So how do you mitigate that? Is this music a problem? Do you want me to turn off the music if it's too much? Because I've been introducing it lately. It's been helping me. But if it's too much, I can turn it off. Does the code make it worse as well? But again, I really hope you are feeling better and like you're able to be your best self now. All right, file 2 completed and tested. Beautiful. I should really go double check what you're doing, huh? Not just trust that you're doing your work, but actually go check it. Let's see. Oh, snap. You didn't even tell me. The heat. Really? I would have thought it would have been the inverse. I would think the cold make it worse. Okay. I am so sorry. So how do you manage around the summertime? Or is spring better than the summer for you? What are you doing? Oh, that's why. Okay, hold on. Please don't ship me. You shipped me bad code. Okay, friend. I really hate when I have one AI go do the work, then I have to have the other one go update it. Review what we did on the side. Let's find the errors and fix it. Don't change. Okay. Wait. And this is what I kind of don't like about you. Which LLM are you using? You did not tell me. Oh, mistrial. Okay. Well, I don't work anymore because of it and any other issues. I am so sorry. I just would have to take breaks and not sit on the computer when I feel bad and something. Oh, man. I am so sorry to hear that. Again, I really, really do hope that you're feeling better and like you're able to like properly manage it throughout this course of time. And I know you've been kind of managing it your whole life, but it really sucks to be able to hear that people do go through things like that. So again, I really do all peace and blessings and like much, much good karma to being able to be able to pass your way. So I really do hope, again, you are feeling better. Okay. That's what you say, but I'm seeing issues. No worries. The issue is the import path the file needs to. Okay. All right, beautiful. Now can we make sure it's good? I'm going to test it because you know what? I want to be able to see it myself. Okay. What was that? The analyzer. Let me go to the agent now. Inside watchdog. Okay. Wait. Which LLM are you using? You're using which LLM? I really should have talked about this with you. Natural language. Okay. Interpretation. Okay. Oh, Mistral. All these Mistral agents, bro. Come on now. Bull bear commentary. Delta. FMP mergers. All right, you saying all these files you created. Now I want to see where these okay, FMP mergers. Let me go see. I'm kind of tripping right now. Where is it at? FMP mergers. Okay. Oh damn. Where are you? Inside. I already know that one works. Let me see you. All right, so you are basically doing what? Let me see what you're doing, because right now I'm not going to say I'm lost, but I'm trying to keep up. Okay, let me see. You fetch the 10 recent trades. Beautiful. You're able to parse it out. All right, perfect. You're able to get statistics from it. Well alert. Okay, Hathaway Incorporated. Assurance Corporation? I swear, rich people just do weird things with their money. I mean, I get it, but bro. Yeah, it imports. It imports. Okay, 500 total deal velocity. You're using really bad models. I suggest I am. What I'm going to do is, like, I just want to get them built. Then I'm going to update them to use different models. I'm not going to hold you. Like, I just want to get the quality in right now just to see what the baseline is, and then I'm going to update it to use different models. Like Mistral, I'm probably not going to keep it to use that. I'm not going to hold you. But like right now, I just want to get them built, and then I'm going to update them to use a little bit more different models. Like, I'm not going to hold you, because I was looking, because that's one thing about the Sonnet. Like, I didn't discuss everything with it, right? So I didn't discuss which LLM I wanted it to use, because honestly, I wanted it to use OpenAI and not Mistral, because he just used Mistral for all three of these agents. So I'm going to update them to use different agents. Open router? What is open router? Open router? Open router models. This is like Hugging Face. Is this a better Hugging Face? Oh, you get Gemini 3 from here. You get Mistral. That's what I'm using right now. Some of these models, I'm like, all right. Okay, you get OpenAI. Oh, you get a couple of, okay. Search free. Okay, pays you 25. I just need chat completion. All these other things I really don't need, because I can control for that myself. Let me see. He said free. So Exami, we have Mistrial, Kawaii Pilot, TNG, Deep. I would just have to flush these out and see which one. Maybe Gemini I would bring in. Okay. I don't know that OpenAI model. I have a couple of Mistral models that I'm using. I'm already using Mistral, but no, I will definitely check this out. And what I'm okay, let me check something. Okay, OpenAI routes requests to the best provider that can handle your prompt size and parameter with fallbacks to maximize. So this is interesting. Performance. Apps using. All right. I'm definitely going to bring this in because if I can use this is Gemma or Gemini. Gemma. I thought this was Gemini. Up to 128 tokens. It understands over 140 languages and offers improved math, reasoning, and chat capabilities and includes structure outputs and function calling. Gemma 327B is Google's latest open source model. Use DeepSeek. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm not going to say I have a, which DeepSeek model? Okay. Gemma's for cell phones. Oh, got you. DeepSeek R10528, May 28th of last year. I'm assuming on par with O1, but the open source with 4 reasoning tokens, and it's 60. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with this, because if I can get these to be a little bit better, I would. Let me see this one real quick. DeepSeek TNG Chimera is the second generation Chimera model of TNG tech. It is 67.1 billion parameters, mixture of expert text generation model assembled from DeepSeek AI R10528, R1, and then V30. Okay, all this tech stuff. Stronger reasoner performance with running roughly 20% faster than the original R1 and more than 2 times faster than R1 under VLLM gives favorable. Okay, I'll try this. This is what I was looking for. Okay, 60K and tokens tested up to 130K. I don't need that much, but okay. I will definitely give this a peek out and see how well this works. I appreciate that. Let me put this over here. All right. What am I doing? Okay. What I'm going to do, I need you to update this. Matter of fact, let me just test yours out like right now. Give me a second. Update with what we completed before we proceed. Give me a second. Where is it? It's right here. Give me 1 second. I legit just want to try this out right now because like I'm super curious on how this is going to work. All right. Other. Y'all give me. Okay, you don't need that one. That's the main one. You said this was called Open Router, right? Open Router. All right, bet. Now, give me 2 shakes of a second. Thank you. All right, I'm ready for y'all. My fault. I was just getting right. All right, beautiful. So now we're going to try Open Router. I have what I needed. Let me see. I love, when I say I love API pages that just have it where you can copy the entire page. Oh my goodness, y'all are amazing. API. Okay. You're amazing. All right, bet. All right, now we want to test something real quick. We're going to test the models from Open Router. We have the API keys in the .m file. Again, thank you. See, and let's proceed to test. Let me make sure you have what you need, which I'm almost certain you do. I put you over there, didn't? Ah, damn it. Come on. Give me a second. That's what happens. I have a lot of folders that are open. I'm consolidating right now. Give me 2 shakes of a second. All right. And then you're Gucci. Beautiful. Now you can go. Off with the win, you. It gives you the access to all the models. I use it a lot, makes things easy, and I use it for free models sometimes for testing. Yeah, I'm going to test it out right now. I was able to get the API keys. And then it's there. It is there. It is just open. Don't make me cuss you out. Open Router API. Or something like that. Now I'm about to test it right now and to see how well this works. We're about to test. I told you it was there. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Bro, you're supposed to be using Python, not Python. Oh, look at that. It worked. No, you said DeepSeek. I want to test it on DeepSeek like right now. Models. Beautiful. So I'm at the API docs page, right? Here it is. And then I'm going to copy it so I can just run the models test and see what's there. Copy. Boom. And then where is it? Let's try testing the DeepSeek model. If you lace me with this and like I can actually, oh my goodness, you saved me time, bro. And just get this done real quick. And this is probably going to be the last thing I'm going to do. Let's test DeepSeek. And I got to maybe do some more research on DeepSeek because, I don't have enough. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Yes, the free ones. If it's free, it's for me. Thank you. try this one. I'm looking at it right now. All right, beautiful. I can close you now. Oh, look at that. You was able to find it. I could cuss you out. BC works. Good response about VIX and options. 281 tokens. Okay, I really need to test this out. So I'm gonna grab a couple of models. I'm in free. Let me grab. Okay, which see I don't know DeepSeek that well. Which one is this? R1 T2. Then there's DeepSeek V3. Shit, let me test this one too. Let me also test. I'm not going to trust NVIDIA with. I trust NVIDIA with just making the chips. I don't trust it on the other side of this thing. And I think those are going to be the only ones I want to test. Let's also test this one before we test the quality against OpenAI and Anthropic and even Gronk before we proceed. Hold on. Y'all like on one right now. If you put some credit against, you can use super cheap models like Gronk Fast. I can, but you can it just go straight to Gronk, and I can use Gronk cheap for free, just going straight to them. But if I can figure out these DeepSeek models, free models work, paid models need credits. I'm not. I don't know if it's worth it yet. But if it is worth it, I wouldn't mind. Use Python, not Python 3, and proceed with the checks. I wouldn't mind testing it out, maybe giving it like $5-10, and see what it can do. But let me see if we can get through this first round of testing. If I like what it says this first round of testing, then maybe I'll give it like $5. I give it like $5 and to see where we can go with it. Thing with this is that you can test different models without changing much. Yeah, no, I mean I appreciate it. This is like a Hugging Face. This is just like a little bit more better Hugging Face. Would you agree with that or no? Would you think Hugging Face is better? Have you used Hugging Face before? All right. Let's test the quality now. Well, okay, hold on. What are the benchmarks to know that we are using a good LLM model? We need you to make sure you cite your sources from credible places, both inline and at the bottom of your response. I only use Hugging Face for training models, but yeah, they host some too. Okay. I got you. Benchmarks for standardized testing. Research is used to compare models, how well they perform on tasks such as reasoning, language, understanding, code generation, faculty. Okay, and safety. Good LLMs should score strongly across broad. Okay, let's just copy this real quick. All right. let's test against. Now make sure you adapt to our particular use case, but let's proceed to test it against this, then gauge how the open router and the others perform as well. Yes, so we can properly understand what is going on, fam. And then once I get this, because I don't know, I'm not going to say DeepSeek has always had a bad rap with me. I don't know, maybe it's because I didn't do a little bit more personal research for them, right? But I don't know. I've always kind of hated on DeepSeek, but I don't know. This may change it. This may change it a bit, where I may even consider bringing them into the fold for a couple other different projects that I have already in place. So while this is waiting on an output, I'm going to go grab yo quiero agua. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. It is really making us wait like the entire 5 minutes. Holy cow. All the 5 minutes is making us wait. I thought it was going to be a little bit quicker. Yeah, the audio's back. Okay. Yeah, I really thought it was going to be a little bit quicker than that. But that's okay. I'd rather get this benchmark out the way. Then once I get this benchmark out the way, then I'm going to update those models based on this. Boy, oh boy. Huh. Just some things just make you, yeah, bro, I would think so. Let's create a script for this so we can get this done. We want to test open router as well. Let's use what we learned from previous test. So this one doesn't take as long. Thumb. Okay. Poor favor. Poor favor. Like after this test, I'm going to update the models. Then I'm going to probably call it. Oh, here we go. Okay, beautiful. Where did you put it? Scripts. Okay. That's crazy. Maybe I need to give you like $5. DeepSeek was 100% percentile. It took 16 seconds. Option calculation. Well, this is interesting. This is really interesting. Average score, latency. Okay. Review. And let's discuss. I wonder if that's the is it the lower the better or the higher the better? DeepSeek wins on quality, 91.7% quality, highest on financial analysis. It got 100% on IV, ranking percentile, but the 13% latency is too slow for real time. Gronk is the fastest, 30 times faster than DeepSeek. Good for real time. Okay. Maybe I just need to throw some money in DeepSeek to be able to. Okay. Let's make sure there is no bias or anything like that in the benchmark test, and ensure we are getting a fair account. Let's also try, what's this other model? Give you another model. This one. As well. Maybe that one's a bit faster. But the 16 seconds per is something. But maybe DeepSeek is something that I should like consider. Because again, I'm not going to say, I don't know why it had a bad rap with me. I had to really think about that, why it did. Maybe it's because like I was trained. I don't know. I got to go back and think about that a little bit more. DeepSeek is for smart, not for speed. Hey. But I guess what we're doing here, I really don't need like that much speed, quote unquote. Right? But now let me run it. Okay. I just want to make sure that the quality of what we're getting is ample. Right? I mean, the speed thing I can kind of like mitigate for. I'm not really worried about the speed as much. But I just want to make sure that, all right, if you're taking 16 seconds, is there something I can do on myself to be able to mitigate it, or is it 16 seconds actually worth it? You know? So, I mean, if it works, if it makes sense, I don't mind being able to give it $5 or whatever it is, and being able to see how well it can perform or keep up with our other models, right? Because I kind of was going to do this before with Perplexity, but then I just kind of was pissed off with it. Reason being so is because it's expensive for no reason. Like they haven't figured out their API pricing yet. Yo, this is probably longer than 16 seconds. 54 seconds. Goodness gracious. But it's 100%. Like it's a trade-off, right? Maybe I should really look into DeepSeek. Like, I don't know. Why? Okay, let me DeepSeek LLM. While you're doing that, you can use faster models. Do I have to pay for it right now though? DeepSeek LLM. How was the models trained for DeepSeek? Like try Grok. Okay, hold on. From scratch. Okay, I don't think y'all can see that. Are trained from scratch on massive English Chinese database with trillions of tokens from base models using NVIDIA H800, then refined with advanced techniques like pure reinforcement learning, and then supervised tuning, and then enhanced reasoning. Okay. Let's just go to it. The launch of GPT-4 changed forever the AI industry, but today feels like the iPhone 4 compared to the wave of reasoning models, e.g. OpenAI o1. These reasoning models introduce the chain of thought, or COT. Y'all cannot even see. My fault. Again, DeepSeek is the one winning. Is one of the most amazing, impressive breakthroughs. This is an open source model as good as OpenAI for tasks like math, coding, and logistical reasoning, which is used for open source community and the world. Mac, the world is not yours. Someone who spends a lot of okay, whatever. Dependencies on trial and reward. Okay. I'm gonna have to go through this and being able to really understand DeepSeek a little bit more. Did you see the charts or the links that I get? Oh no, I did not. Go ahead and share them in the chat, and then I will go look at it so I can really jump into that. But like DeepSeek is hands over hands. But I need to figure out a way to be able to excuse me. I need to figure out a way to be able to see if this 54, 58 seconds, 63 seconds like is really what is going to be. Because if I can just look at the charts. What charts? Where did you send the charts? Give me 1 second. Let me come here. Should I just go straight to DeepSeek then? I'm wondering, instead of just going to Open Router. Okay, hold on. This is just I wonder if I should just go straight to DeepSeek instead of what would you think, Pascal? You're saying the link is there, but I am telling you, fam, I am not seeing the link. For some reason it's being filtered, but for would you say, is that the same for being able to use it directly from the provider or rather than using it from a third party? Is it going to be the same type of latency or speed, quote unquote? Right? If I was to go directly to DeepSeek, okay, API pricing. Oh, this is not bad. This is not bad at all. What I'm going to do, I need to take a real deep look at you. Kinda, okay. All right. No, but from what I'm seeing, I'm thinking that I'm going to bring DeepSeek in. It's just that, this, I need to figure out a way to make it a little bit faster, but that's going to be something I'm going to do on my time. But what I'm seeing here is it's legit. Based on what I'm seeing so far, I mean, it's consistently scoring higher than models that. Now, I don't know. This is not really, because honestly, if I were to bring in, I'm using Haiku. Like Haiku is the lowest Claude model, right? I'm not using Opus 4.5, right? I'm not using Sonnet. So it's not really a good comparison for Claude, right? Because I'm using the lowest model in order to compare it. I mean, same for OpenAI. I mean, the 04 mini model is very good, but I mean, it's not the newest one. It's not ChatGPT 5, right? So I'm just taking a little bit things, and the fact that this scored high is kind of crazy. I mean, the price for 3.5 and 4.5 is the same thing. From, are you talking about from Open Router? No, I get it. No, I want quality at this point. If I'm getting quality from DeepSeek, then I'm going to use DeepSeek. I just have to figure out how to make it. Is it faster to use it directly from the provider or just use it from Open Router like I'm using it now? And again, it's consistently scoring high. And the fact that it scored, maybe it was like a combination of things. I can understand why. It's not. Right, but is that from is that from Anthropic, or are you using it from Fast? DeepSeek is always slow, but it's smart. Okay. When you say slow, on average, is it like 15 seconds, 20 seconds? And would you say is DeepSeek cheaper than OpenAI? Anyone? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Like, holy cow. This is kind of just like burning through it right now. I mean, I'm not going to hold you. Like, I appreciate the patience of it, but maybe I'm used to being like in the popcorn society, right? Like, I expect things now fast. If you're taking longer, you're taking 30 seconds to be able to do something, just prep me for it. I wasn't prepared for that, but now I know. I'm just really interested to be able to test and see how well it's going to perform if I use it directly from the provider, right? Rather than just going from third party, because what I'm thinking is like, all right, it's server hopping, right? It's going from open router, then from open router is going to open router is trying to route it, then it's going to DeepSeek, then DeepSeek is doing its thing, then it's going back from DeepSeek to open router, then to me, right? But if I could just go directly to DeepSeek, maybe it can be a little bit faster. I don't know. This is just a hypothesis. I don't know too much about Gronk. What makes you say that? What I'm trying to tell you is that it's much better models you can use for cheap. No need to use these, but I agree. I'm just getting a benchmark right now. This is not, I don't use this Gronk model. I use another Gronk model within it. I don't know which one, but I don't use this one. I'm just getting a benchmark for all of them. But thank you. It is. It gets the job done, but 4.52. Because I think they're pretty much the same price. If you go directly to Anthropic, right? Third party may be different, right? Because again, it's going from you to the third party. Google 3. Okay, yes, that is, and that one has high context. So 2 million window, 2 million token context. So you can feed a lot into it and still get a lot of great stuff back. Holy shit, bro. Okay. This is something I would definitely look into, and definitely being able to add to the stack. Because I think, I mean, there is value. I just didn't. Goodness gracious, I feel like I'm. Okay, this has to be the longest response so far. This, I should have had a timeout in this too, because this is wild. This has to be over like 3 minutes just for this one response. This is crazy, fam. This is crazy. Min-max. I ever heard of min-max? And then Glim. Don't do anything cheap. Okay. I will definitely, and I'm copying these right now. And I'm definitely going to. Oh crap. Can I see it? Okay, hold on. You know, it'll be better for coding, and most of the way I work, I use same. Use it directly from Anthropic. This is wild. models. Okay, this is crazy. All right, I am not going to have y'all sit there and wait all this time while I'm waiting for this benchmark. Max plan, yeah, same. I am going to figure this part out, but I'm creeping up on 3 hours. So what I want to do is just have this be our stopping point, and then I'm going to come back tomorrow, and we're going to be a lot better and a lot more organized. I'm going to have this DeepSeek thing figured out because I'm not going to sit here and have y'all wait damn near 4 minutes in order for this to be able to output, because I just want to get a benchmark in order to figure out like if I want to use it or not. But nonetheless, I'm going to go do this on my time. But listen, I really do appreciate all the input and all the feedback. This is why I'm doing this, right? Because again, I'm not an expert in this. It is the community that assists us in being able to create all of this great work. Tomorrow, what I have planned for y'all is there's going to be a little bit of paper trading in addition to some algo work, but primarily I want to finish up SONA by Wednesday so I can have this up and running whenever I'm running my bots. We have SONA ready to go. And depending on how well we do it, I may even have it where it's I create a front into it so y'all can use it as well. But nonetheless, it is your boy Creative. I will be back at it again with another episode. Pascal, Concept of Plans. I really do appreciate y'all for joining me today. And again, be well. Have a great day. If I haven't said it to you before, and I think I did, if I haven't though, Happy New Year, and I hope the concept. I hope you're feeling better. But nonetheless, I will see y'all back at it again. Y'all be great until the next time. I'll be back at it again with another episode. And if you haven't already, please make sure that you like and subscribe. I appreciate everyone. Thank you again.